Hiking Island Peak is an incredible opportunity to summit one of your first high altitude mountains over 6,000 meters, right in the heart of the Himalayas beneath the shadow of Mount Everest. Back in 1953, it was used as a warm-up climb by the team that included Tenzing Norway, who went on to summit Everest with Edmund Hillary later that same year. These days, companies charge thousands for fully guided tours, but we did it in the cheapest way possible, paying only $800 for our expedition and going independently. No guide, no porter, and everything rented locally right up until the final ascent. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to climb Island Peak on a budget and share the essential tips for tackling the big summit day. The key is to independently hike from Lukla to Chukung, a small village just off the main Everest Base Camp or EBC trail. By doing this, you save thousands of dollars and get the freedom to complete most of the trek independently using well-marked trails and leaving it to yourself to choose one of the many cozy tea houses to stay along the way. There is always plenty of accommodation, even in peak season, and this way you don't have to join a group. You can hike at your own pace and embrace the tranquility of the mountains. After 4 or 5 days of hiking, you reach Chukung, where you can spend a few days acclimatizing with amazing hikes straight from your front door, as well as organize your rental kit and meet with your guide for the final ascent of Island Peak. Tours from here are often advertised for around $800, but by doing it this way, you save hundreds and gain total flexibility. It's best to arrive at least 3 days before your expedition begins to complete some challenging acclimatization hikes. Here you can trek to the famous Khong Malar Pass at 5,545 meters, a brutal 8-hour there and back hike but with stunning views of Amadablan and Lhotse, whilst also giving you some experience hiking in the snow. On the next day, we also hiked to the peak of Chukung Ri at 5,546 meters. Not quite as difficult as Khong Malar Pass, but still with good altitude to prepare you for Island Peak. You get stunning views of Lhotse, which sits just in front of Mount Everest. During your time in Chukung, you can hire top-tier equipment ready for your Island Peak expedition. You can get this from the Café de Jima, who also do a cracking breakfast with coffee. Your guide will likely meet you here to ensure that you have the right equipment, but for $100 you can rent a helmet, a harness, ice axe, ropes, carabiners, juma, boots and crampons. Doing this prevents you from carrying all of that heavy equipment all the way from Lukla. On the first day of your expedition, your mountain guide will take you from Chukung to Island Peak Base Camp. Our guide had summited Everest and Island Peak over 50 times, so you're in very capable hands. These Sherpas know the route intimately and are fully equipped to support you in a successful summit.
Here we go. There it is, Island Peak, next to the 8,000er, Lhotse and Nuptse. Easy.
The hike to base camp takes around 2 hours, and when you arrive you'll find a number of tents already set up, along with a kitchen and dining tents to cater for you. In the afternoon, you'll be given instructions on how to use your climbing equipment, the harnesses, ascenders, carabiners and ropes, and you'll get the chance to practice on nearby rocks. This was very useful for ourselves who had done lots of hiking, but this was our first attempt at climbing a high altitude peak. After that, you'll be fed and encouraged to get as much rest as possible because the summit push begins around midnight. After a rough night's sleep, you're woken up around midnight for breakfast and are handed a packed lunch for the day. You will likely set off with your guide as well as a few other groups in the dark of night with your headlamps bobbing in the cold Himalayan air. The initial few hours are bitterly cold and it's crucial to wrap up warm. You walk along the valley and begin a sharp ascent up the mountain, moving upwards and upwards, slowly but steadily in the dark of night. After around 4 hours, you'll reach the suitably named Crampon Point, where snow and ice affect the path. Here your guide will help you strap on your crampons, marking the transition in the truly alpine section of the climb. At around 6 AM, the sun begins to rise, warming things up and casting a golden light across some of the highest mountains on Earth. It's a magical moment. You're climbing with headlamps in front and behind you, surrounded by giants like Lhotse and Amadabla. From this point, you begin the technical section, using your Juma to ascend the fixed rope lines up increasingly steep slopes. It's not particularly extreme, but at nearly 6,000 meters, every step takes real effort. You'll find yourself needing to stop often, to rest, breathe, and just keep going. This is where the altitude really hits hardest, and having taken Diamox or other altitude medication really helps.
Okay, keep slowly.
There are some small moments which demand using ropes to climb over steep ice sections. However, using your Juma and crampons with the ropes, you can hoist yourself up. Whilst these are only small sections, they can be absolutely exhausting. As you climb higher, it feels like you're level with the heavens, surrounded on all sides by the legendary snow-capped peaks of the Khumbu. Hiking in these conditions is truly one of the most amazing experiences, and the final ridge is extraordinary.
Come, keep going.
Whilst narrow, with sheer drops on either side, it's well trodden and you're safely secured by fixed lines. This was the most advanced mountaineering challenge either of us had done before, but this was the highlight of the climb. We made sure to take our time to absorb the stunning scenery and feeling of being on top of the Himalayas. As you ascend with your Juma, the summit begins to come into view. Reaching the top of Island Peak is awesome. At 6,189 meters, you're standing shoulder to shoulder with the giants of the Himalayas, surrounded by 8,000 meter peaks. We were both feeling the effects of altitude sickness, but doubling the dose for summit day really seemed to benefit us. After starting at midnight, we had summited Island Peak at 7:30
Push,
AM.
Jumar, push, Jumar. Yes. Dai, è finita, dai.
Both exhausted, we took 15 minutes to rest up, take some pictures, absorb the view and cherish the moment. Our guide even lit up a celebratory Marlboro Red, just another day at the office for him. After soaking in the views, you begin the descent, down the ridge, abseiling the steeper sections and retracing your steps. The return to base camp takes some serious effort. All in, it's about a 14-hour day, and some guides will even take you all the way back to Chukung, where you have warm food, hot coffee and a well-earned rest. I hope this video helps you prepare for your own Island Peak expedition, and if you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel.